Hey everyone, how's it going? So for today's video, there's not really much to follow up on Bitcoin's analysis from yesterday. So we're just gonna do analysis from the 2 day down to the daily, down to the 12 hour and 4 hour. And I'm just gonna follow up a bit on my trade, what I'm doing. Nothing's really changed. I'm just basically gonna follow up on the plans and what I would do and when I would change things. And basically, I'm going to also share a little bit of a bonus, like a little bit of the secret sauce for all the people that are hating on indicators and tagging me in pictures like this, saying, "Oh, hey, look at Delphine's chart. There's too many indicators and blah blah blah." And so, I'm basically gonna share a little something something that's gonna be interesting for everyone, and it will definitely make people think different about indicators. And also, just to make things a little bit clear, like the stuff I have on my chart, like these indicators, I've worked at optimizing these for so long for them to have confluence with each other according to my strategy and have this be something that I can look at and instantly understand rather than having to look at one and be like, okay, this is saying this, so that means this, and then looking at that and be like, okay, so this is this at this number, it does this and blah blah blah. If I was doing that, like I would have ripped out all my hair by now. So that is not what I'm doing. I'm basically having a symphony that these things are playing for me. Everything is in sync. Everything is planned and written down, and all my strategies, everything, every aspect of everything I do is written down. So I've worked really hard to try to perfect my strategy to its most optimal level, and it's working great for me. Like above everything else, it's your PNL, and if my PNL is showing this, then that's all that matters. So I just want people to give things a chance. Don't just automatically assume something is wrong, or basically just be open-minded to things. Like, give it a try. So basically that's the reason why I want to share that little secret sauce at the end. So now we are gonna go to, we'll start with this chart, the 2 day chart. This is actually looking really, really good. Oh, wait, what? Um, I inverted this chart in the morning because I needed some hopium. So, yeah, so this is actually the real chart. It's basically the same. It's not really doing much. Um, it's there's still rejections from the middle Bollinger Band. This is currently looking like a lower high, like looking like it's going, not an actual lower high. It's looking, this would be the lower high because it's confirmed, but this is basically printing a lower candle. That's pretty much what I can say about it. Stokes is sideways. Um, Volatility is continuing to retract, and this one's going up. And like I said, volatility is direction neutral. So if this one's down, this one's up, it means the same thing. It just means that there's a move coming. So oh, and momentum is actually still the same because it hasn't closed the candle. But if it closes here, it will still show that the momentum is increasing, and we can see it on this guy as well, this the reverse stock momentum indicator. So we can see the green lines just slowly expanding, and this is the 2 day, so obviously it takes a little bit for it to start showing activity. um I don't know, yeah, there's not much on this chart anyway, so we're gonna go to all the 1 hours now, on the dailies, the 1 day. um Yeah, so we are above the middle Bollinger Band. So this is actually showing a little bit of progress, but this candle has basically gone completely rejected from this order block. Stokes are turning down a little bit. I look at the red, the slope of the red, and this could potentially be not good. I'm still my bias is still technically towards the upside, but I am being safe with my position. I'm still flat. I basically had a started shorting from this area, and hedged it from this area. So I'm technically flat, and whatever the Bitcoin does, and whichever way it moves out of this range, it's going to give me direction, and I will basically get rid of the opposite trade. If it goes up, close the short. If it goes down, close the long, obviously. Um, so basically that's the daily, and then we're just gonna look at the volatility section on the daily as well. Yeah, so we see here, this is actually super low, super low, and we see it that it has okay, I'm gonna have to show the chart a little bit more here because I'm just gonna hide these drawings, um, zoom out a bit. I think the EMAs are fine, they don't get in the way too much. Okay, so I gotta zoom out a bit more. I think it was just before the breakout when we were at this level. Yeah, so this is basically right before we confirmed that this was a legit breakout. This area as well. So when volatility is this low, we can see the bottoming. Like this would have been like if somebody started buying in here and then let it go up and then took some profits here and then added more here. Basically, this is getting the perfect entries for what's going to come long term. Basically, like this was the perfect fills right around here, like this area, this area, this area. So it's essentially signaling that this could be another one of those bottoms, but it hasn't curved yet. So if you look over here, it is just going down there. It hasn't even curved, it hasn't even done anything, but it could happen pretty violently. Once it hits zero, it's pretty low. And we can see this one is also retracting as well. So if they both hit it and they both get it, because they have different settings obviously, and they kind of they implement the same things but with different settings and different you know uh, different way of presentation. This one's more based on Bollinger Bands, and this one's just basically based on the volatility of the price. Um, so from here, I'm just gonna kind of reset my chart. Okay, and then I'm gonna put back my lovely order blocks. There we go. So now, we're gonna go to the 12 hour because I think I saw some stuff on the 12 hour as well. That was good. Yeah, so 12 hour Stokes getting it pretty good. Nice bounce over here. The red has the slope up. It's still crossing up. So this is this is really reactive. This is less reactive, and this is very slow reacting. So it's looking good to me. It's looking good to me, and the fact that we closed above the middle Bollinger Band, and then the low has basically it's about basically opening and closing above one of the levels of the Bollinger Band that enables it to test the next level. So we could, if this actually closes here in the next 12 hour and the next daily close, we could potentially be aiming for this area. And it doesn't mean it's gonna go higher. It just basically means at this posture, it has good odds to hit this level. And if the price actually closes here, these bands could expand. This could actually go up a little bit higher, a little bit higher. It just depends on how the price reacts. So basically that's the 12 hour on the oscillator side. We're just gonna look at it on the volatility side. Um, yeah, this is bottoming out too. This is basically doing the same thing the daily's doing, showing the same things. Um, and MACD is basically, yeah, not saying too much, not really telling me that much right now. That's a healthy amount of auto no there. Um, and then 4 hour, we're just gonna look at the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour looks okay too. 4 hour looks okay too. The reactive one is saying sideways. The least reactive ones are saying still up. Closed above the middle Bollinger Band, open and close. So we have our close, and basically, yeah, we have both a red and a green candle that have done their open and close. So now we could potentially test this area. Potentially doesn't mean we could like at any point this can actually nuke, and if it hits like let's say this top resistance level, or if it hits like an area which is there's a lot of resistance. It can just come back down. So I would assume here would be the first resistance before it gets to here, and this is actually turning down, so this could come down here by the time we start closing more candles. So this is more like reactive to the current price, so it has to be assessed in the moment. And we're just gonna do the 4 hour on the volatility section as well. Yeah, just bottoming, just bottoming. So 4 hour, 12 hour, and daily are all bottoming. So this could actually be potentially getting ready to do the move. Not financial advice, not anything to FOMO in. Wait for confirmations, please. Don't trade recklessly. Have risk management, please. um, and basically that's it. So just to follow up on my trade, I am going to, let's see, which one can we, yeah, so this is basically where I started hedging from this area. My market smashed it basically, and from here, after seeing this, I put limit orders down here and I market smashed up to here. So it's relatively close to my, like, if this goes down here, it's like literally 500 bucks away, or about 500 bucks away from my entry. Like, I am hedged, I am flat, like it's basically a long and a short. But if the price goes up, I will still be flat. My spot position will be making money because I'm 1/3 spot, 1/3 on the short, 1/3 on the long. My leverage on the short is 3x. My leverage on the long is 3x. So it's basically protecting my net worth all the way around. The only case where I would start actually losing money from my spot if the price comes down below my short entry, or sorry, below my long entry, because my short will be making money protecting my long. Those two will make each other, basically they'll cancel each other out, but my 1/3 of net worth that's in spot is going to start losing money as Bitcoin's going down. So I would have to be very careful with that and close it at a good area so it doesn't stop it doesn't start causing me to lose money. But on the upside, like if it goes up, and if we get a close around here, I would potentially think about closing. But a close here on the 4 hour, a close above here on the 4 hour, it's game on. Like I would basically start limiting on the next retest of this or this, because it doesn't just not it doesn't all the time, it doesn't end up going up like crazy all the time. Like it's not just gonna put a massive green candle and just like break through all the resistances. It does sometimes, but usually it gets rejected by the resistance, comes back down, builds structure, goes back up. So when it's doing that on the retest, I would basically try to limit order. And because if the price is going up, my 1/3 spot is making money. If the price is going up, my short and long like are canceling each other, and it's fine. I won't make money on that, but I would rather be safe. I would rather make sure that it is the right decision to get rid of the short and leave the long, and then I would essentially be making money at 2x my net worth because 1/3 is at spot, and basically the 1x the 3x long is going to add more to my P&L. Like it would basically make it 2x. Sorry, I'm being confusing. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing with the trade. And now to the secret sauce. So this is for everybody that doesn't like indicators and people that say, oh, indicators are useless, and specifically RSI. Like I'm gonna show you some RSI magic right now that's gonna make you put RSI on your chart, guaranteed. So right now we are going to go to my oscillator chart. I'm just gonna copy this, and once I make the copy, where did it go? Oh no. One sec, guys. Having a little bit of technical difficulties. There we go. So I'm going to make the copy. I'm going to take everything off the chart. I'm going to get rid of all the drawings and everything. I'm just going to leave RSI on, and we're going to look at some stuff. Just really quickly. So I'll take this off. Take off my drawings. Take off RTSI. And I'll take the EMAs off too, because we just need the candles and the RSI for this. So we're gonna go to the 3-day. So this is literally RSI magic right now. So if you look at RSI, this is this line right here, the 65. Every time RSI is above that, on higher time frames, on the weekly, every time the RSI is above 65, that is your bull market. As soon as it goes below 65, bull market is done. But looking at it on the 3-day, it actually gives you the perfect top signal. So look at the Bitcoin top. This was our top. And look, this is where it actually rejected 65, right here. See April 13? Right there. It got rejected, it went down. And after that, it didn't even go back up there. So it literally called the top. So for people that are saying, oh, RSI is useless, it's just random mumbo jumbo, how can something that called the top be absolutely useless? If it wasn't for the RSI, I wouldn't have shorted the top. I wouldn't have shorted this all the way down to here, and then I wouldn't have shorted, and then here, this is what I use to short this to here. And look at this. I'll put it on weekly, and it literally gets the rejection of our closing candle on the high. So right over here, it rejects May 3rd. See, it's rejecting the bullish zone. It's like 66. It goes up to 66 and completely rejects it and comes down, and this is basically like the end of the bull trend. Like, I don't want to say the end of the bull market to upset people, but to me it is the end of the bull market, because if you look back, this is our bull cycles. This is our little 14K top, I believe. And then Bybit doesn't have the more data, but if you actually here, we'll put it on Finex. Is that Finex? Where's Finex? Yeah, there we go. That's Finex. So this is like every time it's in these areas. I believe that's our 20K run. This is the one before that. This is the 2013 run. Every time it's above 65 on the weekly, that's your bull market. And every time it rejects it, that's your bear market. So that's the secret sauce from RSI. So I just wanted to share that, I want people to be open-minded towards stuff. I want people to give things a chance. There's not one way of trading. There's multiple ways of trading, and the one thing you can do is optimize. There's always room to learn. There's always room to optimize. There's always room to perfect your strategy more and more and more and more and more. So, yeah, that's basically all the stuff for today. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I wish you guys the best of luck, and take care of yourselves and be safe. Have a wonderful day. Bye.